In this episode, let's talk about picture-in-picture. It's also called PIP. I mean, it's honestly not a picture-in-picture, it's actually a video-in-video, but it comes from olden times when they put a picture into a picture, and that's how you end up with picture-in-picture or PIP. Here's how you do that. You set yourself up to film yourself talking like I am right now. Now you're going to have a little room over here to be able to move the video over this way so you can put up a screen or a picture or another video, in this case, over here. So you go ahead and you talk and you say your blah, 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 or whatever you do, and then we move the thing over. We go ahead and we take another video or another shot or another something that you happen to be talking about. In this case, we're showing this thing. I don't know what that is. It's just stuff going on. And now I have a picture-in-picture, so I can sit here and I can talk to this thing or talk about this thing, or I could put up another video or another B-roll shot or whatever I want. What I'm talking about, you can put text up here too, flipping by. So whatever I'm talking about, I'm sitting here with this picture-in-picture describing it, and the viewer is able to see what I'm talking about. Now you can do this a couple of different ways. You can just throw this thing up where I just put it over myself. That's okay. It's used a lot. It's kind of boring. Now you can also take this thing and throw this thing up like this and just leave it like that. It just looks kind of, dull. It's kind of dark on the background. So to fix that, what we're going to do is we go in and we take and we modify that. We add a little border around it that makes it stand out, so it just looks so much better. Let's go to the editor and I'm going to show you exactly how that's done. It's very simple. Okay, I've selected this clip right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom it. We're going to construct the text, etc., and zoom back. Here is it without anything going on. Let's have a listen. Up here too, flipping by. So whatever I'm talking about, I'm sitting here with this picture-in-picture describing it, and the viewer is able to see what I'm talking about. What I've done just for my own reference and purpose of this video, you'll see right here I set a marker so I don't have to search through this. Just set a marker here so I can go, okay, that's where I'm going to zoom it up, and right here I know I'm going to zoom it down. So let's start with the video itself and making space for the picture-in-picture. Come over here, I'm going to come to right about that mark there. Okay, go over here. I'm going to set a keyframe. The way you do that is just click right here, blip. Now it shows me over here I've got a keyframe there. I use Shift 1, 2, and it moves me down about 10 frames. Now I'm going to move this to the right so I can make some room. Right about there is okay. And then this thing will continue to play down to here. And I know right here, if I want to, I can put a marker on this. You just hit M, boop. See that marker right there? Since the audio and the video are connected, that's why you see a marker on both of them. So I know right here, I'm going to zoom back down to where I was. Pretty simple. We've selected it. Let's go back up here. We click to set a keyframe there. See that's on. Because remember, we zoomed it up. We want it to keep going along at that same size and zoom it back down. If we were over here and we just zoomed it up and we came down here and said, oh, we need to zoom it down, it would slowly figure it out and zoom it back down. We don't want that. We want to basically hold it from there to there. So I've set that keyframe to say hold it. Let's go over again. Shift 1, Shift 2 to the right. And I'm going to go back to my original size. I'm not concerned about us being perfect. Let's just drag this back over here. Something like that. Now let's see what we got by just doing that. Flipping by. So whatever I'm talking about, I'm sitting here with this picture-in-picture describing it, and the viewer is able to see what I'm talking about. That looks great. That's just what I want. So now what we need to do is we need to add in the video that's going to lie on top of this thing right there. So when we come over here and we go boop to the side, we're going to have that video come up right here and play picture in the picture, or the video in video. Let's go grab that video and throw that in here. I've saved it down here just to make it easy. We're just going to throw that guy right in here. Boop. All right. So now we have that video and we know it's going to be there. We have that zoom on the main shot, remember? And then it zooms back. There's the first size before it goes down. Watch. Just going to click this little guy right here. Boop. Remember we went 10 frames over. That's where it moves over to the right. Go back to the beginning. So at the beginning, before we do anything or set any keyframes, let's make sure we set, okay, we know we want it to come in there. Now back up to here. Boop. That's where it starts. That's where it comes in from the right, comes in. That's where it ends. I want to set another frame here. Bip. That's where it ends. Then we know it zooms back out there. I can drag this thing just to be, I like being tidy. I know it's going to be that long. So the first thing we want to do before we do any keyframes, we want to put this to size. I'm imagining this is going to be about, this is right now at 200%. 100% is only half size. So it's not going to be enough. I'm thinking it's probably going to be 80. That's about right. Now I can move this left and up and down and all that stuff. But here's another tip. If you just select up here, notice how that's all selected? Now you can just move the whole thing right on the screen and drop it where you want it before you start setting any keyframes in and out. So here's what we have here. Talking, that slides in. See how it looks a little funny? I'm actually going to move this a little down because we have a black border around that. There we go. So here's this guy. Slides in. Down here it's going to slide back out. Let's do the same thing. To go to this guy right here and select him. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shift right arrow 1, 2. That's one way to do the same thing. Or I can click here. You'll notice I'm right on that keyframe. There's the first one. There's the second one where it's in. I'm going to go down here and set a keyframe right here. Click on one I'm sliding in. Position. Go back 1, 2. See that slide over there? And I'm going to slide this guy out. I'm just going to grab this left one. So this thing's going to slide in like this. Zoop. Like that. And then let's just go to the last one. Go over here. That slides back out just like that. Go in and find that keyframe right there. There's the keyframe where it starts to slide. There's where it ends. So where it starts to slide, we're going to go up to this footage. We're going to click to set a keyframe there, meaning from this first keyframe over here where we slide in, hold for this entire time until you see something else. Well, it's going to see something else. What's the other thing we're going to do? We're going to move to the end of this thing. So that's going to be the last frame. Let's just slide her out. Off we go. So when we play it, see how that slid in with that? Blah, 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 blah. And then he's going to come along and it's going to slide out. So we have that effect occurring. Let's make sure we save stuff. We have an effect occurring. Now we want to have that border around this thing. So what we can do, just go down to this border tool down here, right there. It's just a rectangle. You're going to click on a rectangle. We're going to draw a rectangle up there. We're going to mess with it later. It doesn't matter. Just click on the rectangle. I click up here and I just draw, oh, like that. Boom. But you say that big white thing is in front of what you're doing. Not to worry. Come over here. Here's what I just drew. Here's the video. So let's do this. Bring that up there. Boop. Hey, look at there. Drag it to there. Drag it to there. It's a little big. It's okay. So now we're just going to have to take this and make it the size that we want. You could leave it like this. I don't think it looks all that good. So now this is selected, and I just want to size it to about the same size so it looks good. Boop. Now you could just have it just show up like that. That's okay. Doesn't look bad. I'd much rather have this thing slide in just like the other one. I think that looks better like that. Now, we don't want to have to, as I was showing you before, moving all this stuff in and setting the keyframes so it slides in. We don't want to have to mess with this thing and set all these keyframes. So the way we do this, these are the two. There's the picture-in-picture that I have. There's the border that I made. I'm going to select both of these. I'm going to right-click, and I'm going to say Nest. What the nest is going to do, like this, let's say we call this the PIP nest. Hit return. Boom. Now don't worry. Looks like it just did something with all your videos, but now we've made this one contiguous thing that we can now manipulate. Now when we sit here, we decide, hey, we want to move it to the right. It moves everything to the right and left. Undo that. Moves everything up and down together as a group. Same with the scale. Same with the rotation. Everything. It's really handy to design these and put these into a group like that. If you're not familiar with this, you don't need to worry about, well, where did the other stuff go? No worries. If I double click on this, notice it opened up this tab here, which is the PIP. There's the PIP. You can go in and change the PIP. You can make it bigger, smaller. You can mess around with it, do whatever you want to. So basically what it did was it went over here and it said, I'm going to take those two that were sitting over here on this track. I'm going to stick them on a new one here. Now they're nested into this one thing. If you get familiar with Premiere Pro a lot, you'll use nests a lot. But it's great because now I can manipulate it and I'm just manipulating one thing. Maybe I want to move this, let's move this down a bit like that. Maybe I want to mess with the scale a little bit. Maybe that's too high. The other thing you should note, you'll notice while I'm sitting here playing with this left and right and the scale and everything else, if I click on this guy right here, motion, boop, it puts these lines around it. Then I can just drag this. I don't have to mess with those. Let's say I want that right there. That's pretty cool. Come up here. Maybe I want to make it smaller or bigger. Maybe I want it like that. Then I set it right there like that. Cool. Now the cool thing about this is now I can go over and play the game that I do where I slide it in and slide it out. If I come here and I start at the beginning, I go Shift, right arrow twice. It's 10 frames. I set a keyframe right here. Boop. On my position. Shift left arrow twice again. Boop, boop. And I drag it off the screen right here with this guy right here. Now watch what happens. And it comes on with that perfectly. Go down to the end here. Remember, that's where it starts sliding out. So we know we just need to go to that guy right there where it starts sliding out. There's a number of ways you could do that. You can drag over there. I like to grab this to make sure I'm sure. And hitting this, right control, bam, there it is. Now I know, again, I go here. Again, we set a keyframe to say, hey, we want you to stay all the way through this thing down to there. I could shift, right arrow twice, boop, boop. Make that bigger if we want. It tends to go away. And then we're going to take and grab this thing like I showed you. Remember, we could just click on this up here. Swink. I'll grab this thing and take it off the screen. Doodle doo doodle doo doodle doo doodle doo doo. Like that. So now when we play it, it'll scroll on. When we get to the end, zoop, and then it scrolls off. That's how you do that. Let's see how the whole thing looks so far. So whatever I'm talking about, I'm sitting here with this picture-in-picture describing it, and the viewer is able to see what I'm talking about. Now you can do this a couple of different... Pretty cool, huh? You can do that with anything. You can do that with pictures, video and video. You could do it with 2 or 3 videos. You could do all sorts of stuff. I just wanted to give you a basic way to show you how to go in to Premiere Pro, or any editor for that matter. These same principles apply to what I just did, and to give some dynamics to your videos the next time you create them. Little slides in, slides out. They're great for people who make courses and people who are doing instructional videos. They're great for that, and it really keeps the interest of the person who's watching. Thanks for liking the video. Thanks for subscribing. I hope that helps, and thanks for watching.
Well, there's another video. I guess I better get it, start editing it, and start rendering it, and posting it on YouTube.
I have no idea why the hell I'm using that voice. Bye-bye.